voodoo doll?
What?
Is that a voodoo doll?
No, that's Leatherface.
That is so fucking cool. Let me touch this thing. Oh yeah,
You're possessed now.
He's sitting here tonight.
Oh my god. Enjoy my. Did you just fart?
Yeah,
Samantha.
I can't get over that song now. Are we both in the shot?
You're disgusting.
Sure in the shot. Okay. And podcast starts now.
Welcome back.
I love our intro to our podcast. I mean, I made it, but
the podcast. Oh,
yeah. Ooh. It smells.
that was a little. Yeah, it does smell.
Sorry, I tooted.
Tooted.
You're not in the picture enough.
This is for a reason.
Okay.
I need to breathe before I can do this
how
podcast.
are you? Welcome back to this episode. As you guys know,
World's
we do
on Fire podcast.
We do double podcasts. So this episode is going out in 3 weeks. Again, as we said last episode, how's it going?
Yeah, by then it's almost March.
Have we been taken over by the Russian government yet? Or China?
We're laughing now, but I'm terrified.
I'm laughing because I don't have a choice. There's nothing else
to be honest, yes. I've just been kind of dissociating and buying things I shouldn't be buying and eating. And
if you watched our last episode, you saw a bunch of stuff that I bought that I definitely shouldn't have bought, but I don't care because I need something to feel happy. I need
they're really
feelings
cute
inside my body.
Yeah. We did not get Leatherface.
No.
Leatherface is mine.
I just want him to sit here because why not?
Okay.
Why not? So this episode, we're going to talk about embarrassing, and these are embarrassing moments with our parents, essentially. You have a really good story. I have one good story that I think is really good. And
it's
you don't even know what I'm going to say.
I literally think I know which story you're going to talk about.
I can't wait to find out if it's the right one. If it's not, I want you to tell me what you thought it was, because now I don't know what you're thinking of.
Okay. So am I going first or are you going first?
You need to go first, because this story my story is not as good as yours.
Yeah, so that's why you should start.
Okay.
We should end on a banger.
So one day, I was in college and I was home for some reason. I don't know, time of the year kind of thing or whatever, but I was home from college. And you guys had cleaned out my closet in my bedroom and cleaned out a bunch of shit or whatever. And so mom and dad were going through a bunch of stuff in my closet. Mm-hmm. And dad was like, "Hey, Sam, come on out here for a minute." And I'm like, "Yeah, okay, what's up, dad?" Whatever.
Yep.
And I go out there. He's like, "Would you like to, I don't know. I'm paraphrasing because I don't exactly remember because I think I blacked out."
Well, it's probably like, would you like to explain this?
Like to explain something or whatever. And I was like, "What the hell's this?" And my dad proceeds to not touch this item because he was like, "This is fucking gross," but proceeds to show me my vibrator that I brought through college that was looking a little rough. She's looking a little... I didn't have anything on it. It just was in shit.
I'm like, did you clean it?
Moving around a bunch of shit. It was just in there. So it was just like, ew, don't touch that. My little lipstick vibrator. Now I have a big old microphone that's bigger than this thing.
Okay.
And it's like, it looks like an 80s back massager.
Jesus.
And what? I'll get you one.
Do what you want to do.
And so, yeah, it was a little one of those. And then he proceeds to I don't know why he went through my magazines. I collected Teen Vogues when I was in high school, I think.
Yeah.
And I had
princess.
a bajillion of them.
Mama took your bandana
And I don't
off.
know why, but he must have went and flipped through and saw something. And I specifically hid this picture in the Vogue magazines because I didn't want anybody to see it. And I didn't think anybody would look. But of course, we're talking about our dad, who's fucking psycho. Mm-hmm. And he goes through it. And what does he find? He finds a picture of me and my girlfriends.
Yep.
And we're just in it was a very innocent photo.
It's like sports bras.
Yeah, we were in sports bras and jeans, but we were posing very sexually. And my dad's like, "What is this?" And of course, it's not like, "What is this? Hell. It's like, I'm about to roast you.
What were you doing?
I'm going to roast you so hard right now.
Yes.
Because it's constant. We're at a constant roast around our dad.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and I just start laughing because I'm just like, what the fuck? I didn't think this was going to happen. Like, what is going on? And he's
I didn't think you'd ever find this.
He's just like, what? Is this what you're doing with all your girlfriends in high school? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, this is the worst thing I did as a high school student. Like, I was such a good kid. I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever done. It was in black and white.
Yeah.
And my dad, I admitted, because I'm an idiot. I admitted that I had photoshopped my belly in those pictures, and mom and dad thought that was so fucking funny. I shaved my belly down so it looked flatter because I was not heavy or fat or anything when I was a teenager.
No, neither was I.
I was gorgeous. Okay.
Yeah,
I look back at pictures
same.
and I'm like, get it, girl.
Yeah,
also,
same.
why didn't more people want to date me? Like, you're all fucking losers.
Are you kidding me? So many people wanted to date you.
No, not the people that I wanted to have date me. Not the popular guys.
No one ever wanted to date me.
Not the sexy popular guys. That's not true.
I was just a friend to everybody.
That's not true. Again,
says who?
Again,
Who? Name them.
You're skewing me.
Who?
You're skewing me.
Who?
I don't know their names.
Exactly, because no one fucking wanted to be with me.
I feel like it's the same as me. It was like people that you wanted to date didn't want to date you, but people that wanted to date you didn't want to date.
That only happened in middle school.
Like, I had a group of boys that were like obsessed with, this is so narcissistic, fucking ridiculous. But I had a group of boys in high school that like were in love with me, and I loved them too. They were so cute. But like, they were like my brothers, and they were like, we want to bone Sam. And I'm like, no. And then I had this one kid that I grew up with that like, he would follow me around everywhere. And it was like a running joke. I don't remember. I think it was Travis was his name. I thought his name was Travis. I wanted to look him up. I want to find a yearbook and look him up. But he followed me around everywhere. And it was an inside joke between me and that group of guys that like he was in love with me or whatever. But like, I didn't want to date any of them. Like, they were just like my brothers. Like, I just loved them. Mm-hmm. And I loved being around them. The people that I wanted to date, like, didn't want to date me. And then I dated my high school boyfriend, who was an incredible human being. Yeah. And I was a dramatic idiot. Well, yeah, I was a dramatic idiot. And he was such an amazing person. Yes. I think unless I'm completely wrong, I'm pretty sure he still is. Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. Like, the popular boys in school, the hot guys. Okay. They didn't want to have...
That's how she feels about this conversation.
They didn't want to date me. But that was my embarrassing story. And it's not even that embarrassing. Like, if you guys knew our family...
It doesn't even top mine.
The way that we talk to each other and the way that we interact with each other, at least me and my parents, maybe not you, but me and my parents, like, I feel like I'm
the favorite.
No.
Far from it.
I feel like
nobody's a favorite but Roxy.
Pain in the ass. Psycho, very, very open with my parents. I kind of like whatever. I don't care.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So that's Dad's fault.
No, that was the story I thought you were going to tell. Not the vibrator one, but the picture one.
Same thing. It's in the same story.
Oh, well.
Both was there.
Well.
I just know constantly my parents are just, I feel like they're like, with my story, I feel like they were like, yeah, it's Sam. With yours, they were like, what the hell is going on?
No, they literally said that's something your sister would have done, not you. They're like, what are you doing? They literally said that.
Oh, I have another one after this. It's not like anything like that, but it's another time where Dad was like, I'm about to roast this bitch. My dad always was ready to roast me, okay? I'm like, Dad, get off my jock. Find somebody else to roast. That's not your fucking child. He loved roasting me. He still does. Yeah, he still does. But now I'm older, so I can roast him back.
Okay, so back in high school.
This is going to be a full-blown close-up shot because this is so funny.
Okay, so back in high school, I want to say I was either... No, it was prom. When was prom? When's prom?
Junior.
Maybe, was it prom?
Prom is junior.
I was either a sophomore or a junior in high school.
Yep.
And back then, we all had the big camcorders that my friends and I would use to videotape. Which
makes this even
funny.
funnier.
We'd tape funny videos all the time.
All the time.
So, I was curious. So, you could see yourself naked in a mirror, and that's whatever. You see it all the time. But I was like, I wonder what I look like on video, where I can see myself, like, watch myself standing there naked. So I put my camera up on my dresser, and what's kind of gross though is I did a little dance.
I didn't know you did a dance.
I think I did a little dance.
What did you do? Like a little shimmy?
Just a little yeah. To try to feel sexy.
Ew!
Listen, I was in the closet at the time. I was trying to impress, which of course,
hey,
first of all, no, I didn't do like a I didn't do like a titty shimmy. I did like a hip movement. You know what I'm saying?
Like
the
little,
hips. I wasn't like twerking. Twerking wasn't alive then.
I know that. I'm just saying, you're just like a little.
Oh my God. Okay, so I did that. I watched it. I was like, oh my God, cool. I'm really hot.
Good. You should remember that.
Well, that's the thing, because if you don't know, well, first of all, look at me. Well, don't make assumptions.
You're so dumb. You're so dumb.
But I'm trans non-binary, so I have body dysmorphia. I hate my chest.
No.
And I wish it was gone. So
And if I had
when I was
money,
younger,
I would have chopped him off for them already.
When I was younger, I would have to look at I wanted to look at myself that way to see if I was like, maybe this will help me like myself more.
Oh, okay.
Mind you, at that time, I don't think I even knew what trans was. I just knew that I hated my chest. I think I hated my chest the moment my girl started growing in. I was like, ew.
I can't remember a time where you've ever been like, boobs.
It's
that
maybe
was me. I was like, woohoo!
Whoa, Leatherface.
No. It's okay, little girl. It's
I couldn't handle it.
It's too much. I
need a drink.
That's because
Editing Sam, cut this out.
Satan is stealing your soul right now. Anyway.
I started watching, and then I was like, okay, gotta record over this. So I rewound over, went back as far. I kept hitting play to make sure I got back to the point. And then I thought that I just did a stupid little like la 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 la, like me fully dressed at this time, just laughing, joking around, saying stupid shit into the camera. And I thought I rewound it, and this must be like a Mandela effect, because I swear on my life that I recorded over that shit.
Not a Mandela effect.
So I moved in with my best friend Steph, and so I was not living at home. I was living far enough away to where my mom would have to like call me. But so I'm at home, and I get a text message. And luckily Steph was home with me, because it just made it even better.
Oh, yeah.
But I get a text message, and the first thing that it says is from my mom, "Are you trying to give your father a heart attack?" And I was like, and then it cuts to the next clip where she was like, "You filmed yourself naked? What were you thinking?" And I was like, I literally was like, stop. And she's like, what? I was like, I thought I filmed over it. I can't believe they found the video. Like, my father on the big screen.
On the big screen. In the living room.
In the living room.
Where we live on a main drag of street, okay? It could be, if it was wintertime, people from the street could see this, okay? Yep.
So they're thinking that they're going to watch, mind you, the videotape is called B-Ball. So they're thinking they're going to watch a videotape of me playing basketball. Oh, the basketballs were bouncing, baby. So I literally think it cut to something where it's like all cutesy, and then it just cuts to me butt-ass naked on the screen.
And then that's when Dad had a stroke.
And was like, ugh. Which, mind you, I do not look like that anymore.
No.
So it's like, whatever.
Dad
But Mom,
like, who is that?
She's like, who did you send this to? I'm like, Mother.
You're like, I'm not Sam.
If you guys, okay, so to anybody that's not a millennial, maybe some Gen Zers will know what these were, but back in that day, you didn't film like you do now on these cameras. You didn't have a little memory card. It was a big brick of a VHS type tape thing. You put this thing into the camera. Well, you put it into the camera, but you put this little square into an actual VHS tape to play it.
Yep.
So I'm like, Mom, the fuck you think I'm doing? You think I'm mailing this brick of a VHS to some dude?
Exactly.
Saying, look at my titties? Like,
exactly.
I'm like, no. I was like, I literally just wanted to see myself naked, not staring at myself in a mirror.
Yeah.
Somebody out there's got to understand. Somebody's got to know what I'm talking about.
Well, also, if you know Megan, this makes complete sense. If anybody was going to put the effort into mailing it to somebody, it would have been me. If it would have been me, they would have shut it off.
They would have been like, sex tape.
They'd been like, and scene. Yeah, if it would have been me, they would have been like, and we're not watching this.
Yeah, no.
No.
I didn't do anything that you probably would have done. I was very innocent. It was like really quick.
The most I've ever done on camera that I was like, oh my God, this is so fucking cringe that I can think of when I was a kid is I remember one time I sang Black Eyed Peas.
Yes, and Mom, Dad, and I watched it one time.
Computer camera, and these fuckers.
It was so funny.
My dad had everybody.
Dad was crying.
Had everybody. I would be too. It was so funny.
I wish we still had it.
Watched it without me first, because again.
Because I showed them.
Yeah. Watched it without me first and laughed at me and then proceeded to go, hey, Sam, come here. Bring me in. And they go, here. Click. And then proceeds to watch it. I'm in a tube top.
It was comedy gold.
I
wish we still had that.
Cringe. Thinking about it now, so funny. That's why when I fell last year in my living room and caught it on camera.
I was like, when did you fall?
No, caught it on camera. I immediately sent it to my parents and sent it to Megan because I was like, this is
The funniest part.
This is so funny.
The funniest part of that entire video is your youngest
I
crawling.
felt so bad. He was so like scared. I was like, wow, this kid likes me. Okay.
Yeah, he was like, no.
Nowadays, he'd be like, oh, this bitch. He wouldn't care. If it was
he'd
Archer,
probably trip you himself.
If it was, oh yeah, he'd push me himself. If it was Archer, he'd be like, Dada, Dada. This morning I went to go wake him up. Didn't even have a hand in the room. It was like, oh, Dada. I was like, no, it's me, bitch. Like, get out of here.
When did this happen?
What?
I feel like all of a sudden he's in a dada phase.
Oh, I would say like 2 months ago. 2 months ago, it's all about Archer.
He turned 2 and he was like...
Oh, yeah. He turned 2 and everything's dada. Everything is dada now. Which is fine. That's like what I want for him.
Oh, it's what kids do though, too.
I've had mama. Like, I've had mama time with my first son. I'm good. I have enough mama time. He is my twin. We're good.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I love that. But what sucks is that I'm with him most of the time. Mm-hmm. So, like, today, he would not stop. He would not stop. It just was terrible twos. So I texted Archer and I was like, listen, can you maybe video chat us or something? Because if he wants to go downstairs and see Dada. Mm-hmm. That's what he wants to go downstairs because not that it's any of your guys' business, but my husband and I don't sleep in the same bed, which is,
Who cares? I wouldn't. If I was with a partner, I'd be like, we're having separate rooms.
Great for marriage, let me tell you.
Yeah.
But our bed, he does not sleep comfortable in, so I sleep in the bed, which is great because then basically our bedroom is like it's a girl bedroom. It's great. And then my husband sleeps on the couch because he's just more comfortable. And we found this out when we were doing when I was doing breastfeeding for the baby, we had shifts and we just found out that's what worked for us. And he was like, I'm just going to stay here. I'm like, okay. So my son gets very excited to go downstairs and go walk up to the couch and be like, da, da, ba, ba, ba. So if he's not there, he does not like that. Mm-hmm. So then everything is da, da. Every time there's a problem, every time he's upset, da, 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 da. So I was like, can you video chat? So we video chatted him. That fucker was up for an hour and a half being an asshole. Talks to Dada for 5 minutes. Angel.
I love when he's like, Dada, no.
Oh, and then he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go bring him out to dinner with my mom and my aunt. It's my aunt's birthday, so we're gonna go to Applebee's and hang out. And I go, oh, I hope he's good. And he's like, yeah, he's normally good. Shut the fuck up. I'm gonna beat you. And he started laughing. I was like, we get it. You're perfect. You're wonderful. He's like, it's because he's with you all the time. The same thing. It just because he loves you and he feels comfortable with you. And I'm like, be fucking comfortable with somebody else. Be comfortable with somebody else. I'm fucking tired of it. Like, goddamn. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, I can't, like, I want to be you. I'm like,
no, you don't. He wears people's skin.
Not my kids, but
that's what he does.
Yeah, that part I'm not
in. The whole concept of the sewing.
Yeah,
like
that's
he
true.
Sews people's
that
skin.
Part I'm not ready.
I'm not ready yet.
So I'm not yet. I've been moving forward with yellowjackets slowly but surely. Okay?
I can't. I don't know why, but I can't hit play yet.
This is my yellowjacket. I'm watching it and I can't hit play yet, but I'm forcing myself to hit play. I literally take this hand, take this other hand, and I go, do it. It is.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I just can't do it yet.
There's so much going on. Yeah. It's not, again, I can't emphasize this enough. It is not a bad show.
Yeah.
It is very complex. Mm-hmm. You cannot watch it passively. You have to pay attention.
I think that's my issue.
Which is it for people with ADHD, those types of shows are a time and place.
It's really hard.
Time and place.
Yes.
And sometimes I have the time, sometimes I don't. And it's one of those shows where I don't want to fall asleep to it. I fall asleep to Harley Quinn all the time. Guess what I do? I go back 2 episodes and rewatch. Like, whatever. I don't give a shit.
And it's easier.
I'm not missing a plot line. We're all set. But like this, you really have to pay attention because it's very intricate. There's a lot going on. And but the only thing that I don't enjoy about it, and I think I've already said this, but I just don't enjoy about it, is I just don't enjoy the way that they edit their flashbacks. Because I feel like with a lot of other shows, like Pretty Little Liars, for example, it's kind of like current time, past time, commercial, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, but even when it
feels like there's a break in the vibe.
But do they do any editing to it so you know it's in the past?
You do know. Well, you mostly know because of their age ranges.
True.
Like, that's a big part of it. But no, but yes, the light, you can tell by the lighting is different.
Because Pretty Little Liars would do that too. It'd be a little more foggy in a way. The lighting tone is different. Yeah.
And so you know that. And that's not the problem. My problem is like the way they edit it in, it's very back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I'm
It
like,
doesn't have a good flow.
you're stressing me out. Like, one thing at a time. And then like it'll go from one storyline and then cut in what feels like sometimes in the middle of a storyline, it'll cut to a different storyline. And I'm like, no, come back, finish. What the fuck is that? Like, what happened there? Like, what's going on? Like, I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I have a lot of feelings. I kind of want to talk, like, I really want to talk to mom about it, but mom won't be on the podcast. Maybe we'll do that thing where, like, you put, like, a thing over their face and, like, dub their voice. And they're like, I was a victim of a crime.
Well, you could always call her on your phone, whether she's in the other room or whatever, and have her talk through the phone. And
she should just sit here and I'll put an emoji over her face.
That's true.
But I want to talk to her about it because, like, I feel like I'm struggling and I'm forcing myself to watch it because I'm like, well, I need to know how this ends. Like, hello. Yeah. And I think I only have 2 episodes left of the first season. Oh. And then I feel like I'm going to watch the last 2 episodes and then I'm going to make a choice.
Well, yeah, because then there's a whole nother season.
To keep moving forward or not. Why are we not talking about this? Our favorite show on television is back, Found. Have you caught up?
Well, I just ended with Margaret at the bus station.
Yes.
Okay, that's why.
Good.
I
Good.
I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to say anything either.
We're both like, did you see what the thing
I'm like, Margaret's at the bus station.
So so Megan found this show.
Megan found.
Megan found. And I was
because of mom. Mom told me about it.
And I've heard about this show from my favorite YouTuber, Peter Mon. Mm-hmm. He talks about it all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's on. What's it on? Is it on?
Peacock.
It's on. Okay, so it's on.
But it's NBC. So like it airs on NBC, but then it'll post a daily on Peacock.
But shows that are on NBC at that time of night, I'm like, it's gonna be a flop.
No,
because it's like old people time. No offense, I'm an old person now, but old people shows, and there's kind of like, okay, I'm not an NCIS kind of girl, but you watched it and you were like, no, Sam,
it's addicting.
You need to watch this.
The concept is so cool,
and I'm like, okay, I can watch this. We'll see what happens. Took me a day, 2 days, I think.
Yeah, you were texting me a lot.
I could not.
Like, oh my god.
I could not stop watching it. It is so good. I don't necessarily feel like it's not groundbreaking, like it's not crazy, but like it's very addicting.
So we're gonna talk about it. So if this is something that I will say, spoilers ahead.
Founders,
because
find us.
If you haven't watched it,
you need to though.
You need to watch it. But if you haven't, we're gonna start talking about it.
Pause here. Go watch it. Come back.
Yeah. Pause us right now. Keep us there for as long as you have to.
Yeah.
And then come back. Season 1, the whole concept of season 1 is, see, I knew I was going to do this, so I knew I was going to start talking about it and forget people's names. I don't know why I've been doing this lately.
Every time I forget. Hold on.
And I'm like, I love them. So I know there's Margaret, there's Dawn. There's Margaret, Dawn, Lacey, Gabby, Sir. Okay, I think I have it.
I can't get over it.
I think I have it.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite part of the whole
Gabby,
show.
The whole concept of the first season is Gabby. So Gabby was abducted when she was in high school. Mm-hmm. You know what? I said spoilers ahead, so fuck it. Gabby gets abducted by her English teacher when she was in high school.
Yeah.
And he is obsessed with her. He thinks that she like walks on water. He's so like...
The famous Mark Paul Gosselaar.
Yes.
AKA Zach.
Yes, from Saved by the Bell.
Saved by the Bell.
But he's also done a lot of other things. And this is the first, we've been talking about this is the first role that we've seen him do that I was like, whoa, I didn't know if I'd feel okay with him doing this role. And he's so good.
He's one of those actors, I think I've said this before to you at least, that I would watch him do anything. I don't know why. He's not that groundbreaking of an actor. But for some reason, he's just good at what he does.
Oh, he's killing it.
He's a solid actor. That's what I feel like he is. He's a solid actor.
So
this is the first time though where I'm like, I fucking hate you. Most of his stuff, I'm like, I love him. This one, I'm like, I hate you. But that's good. He's doing a good job.
No. I love him.
No, but I love him. But I also am like, I don't like. You're a bad person. Like you're a bad person.
So he gives me John Kramer and the concept of I'm so fucking fascinated by him.
Yeah.
And the way that his mind works I love his character. His character's evil.
Yeah.
But I'm so fascinated by him.
He would have been a great cult leader.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
So the whole first season is Gabby. You're learning about Gabby and her story and how she becomes abducted by him. But then you're also realizing that Gabby has abducted him in the future. So now we're in the we're in, what is it called? Present day.
Present day.
And
Yep.
she has found him and abducted him, and she keeps him in her basement. And then she'll use him. So she's not a cop, but she helps find people. Hence the concept of found.
She has an agency.
Yes, it's called M&A.
M&A, which
And
also I'm like M&M.
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 M&A.
M&A.
And yeah, they'll help find people that the cops, so mostly like marginalized group people that the cops are just not giving two shits about, which I love that concept for them. Like, I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
That there's people out there. And I know there's got to be people out there that do that.
It's giving very much, and I know you haven't watched the show, but I think you would really like it. It's giving Olivia Pope and Scandal. It's the same.
I've never seen Scandal.
A very similar vibe, different topic, but a very powerful black woman that just takes everything over in the room, is always in charge. She's so smart. She's so brilliant. She's so amazing. Like, she's just like the best at everything. Everything she touches is just the best. But also everything she touches is destroyed.
Yeah, but it's cool. So if she's taking a case and she's really struggling to figure out how to find this person and how to get into the mind of the possible abductor that, took this person, she will go to Sir and give him the case file and be like, help me figure this out.
Yeah.
So fucking cool. So
the concept is great.
Oh my God, I wish they would have done it longer. I wish they would have done longer than frickin'
the abduction part.
Keeping him in the basement.
Same.
I wish it would. Oh my God, they're dynamic. I love it. So he ends up escaping at the end of season 1 because he thinks Gabby's in trouble, which she was, but she eventually, gets saved. But he was like trying to literally break free because he's like, she needs me. She needs me. So he gets out, and now it's like, okay, now they're back on even playing ground, like even playing field again. He's free. She's free. But now he's like, bitch, I'm still gonna try to abduct you again. You are mine.
It's very like Silence of the Lambs of like, I'm not gonna kill you, but I'm gonna kill everybody around you because you're mine.
Yeah, but he's not. He's trying to fix them. Fix them.
But like, he doesn't want. It's still the concept of like, nobody else can have you, only me. No one else can need you, only me.
He's trying to show her that he's like, I'm the only one that understands you. I'm the only one that cares about you. They don't care about you the way that they should. They don't love you like I love you.
But it's not, it doesn't feel like it's a romantic love.
It's not romantic love.
And
they've talked about it.
Which is weird because that's what it
feels like.
That's what this stuff normally is.
Yes.
It's normally like kinky, creepy, nasty.
No,
gross.
it's
not even father. I don't know. It's very much cult leader. He
thinks that she's the most brilliant person in the room.
Yeah.
He's just, would the word be enamored by her?
I guess they're like each other's muse.
Yeah.
They're very inspired by each other, but like Gabby doesn't want to accept that.
No, but she's learned a lot from him, sadly.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, so my question is like, where do they go with this storyline? Like, so again, spoiler alert, the cops have caught him.
Yeah.
Which we knew was going to happen.
Which
we knew was going to happen.
They keep playing the whole like Christian, his brother isn't involved in this.
I don't think he is.
Also,
I know who I think is
fucking
involved.
Heavy Boots. The woman that's with Heavy Boots, she's involved somehow.
100% involved.
Totally playing him.
She is so involved.
She's playing him.
From the get-go, I was like, she came on the screen, I said, I don't trust you.
And then she's like, I'm a lawyer. I'm like, I don't trust you. And the whole concept of when she gets shot.
She shot herself.
And Gabby goes and questions her and was like, well, what did you see? Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, like the way she acted it. I was like, you're fucking fishy.
Oh, she shot herself. That's what I think happened.
I think she's working with Sir somehow, some way.
What I don't understand is somebody is in charge of Sir, though. That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like he's not the one in charge anymore.
Whoever is talking to Sir is giving Sir to Sir.
Yeah, it's
like
giving...
Gabby doesn't serve you anymore. And he's just like, bitch, you don't know me.
And he's like obsessed with her, like on a sick, crazy ass level. And like the thing is like we all know, at least the audience knows, the people on the show, I'm like, how do you not fucking know this already? He's not gonna touch her. Like he doesn't want to hurt her. He doesn't want to kill her.
He just wants to be with her. He just wants to be with her
all the time. Like, and so I'm wondering if that's what's gonna end up being eventually is basically like, so she's going to jail too. Because they found out she was holding him hostage, and people, and you and I have talked about this.
Yes,
these motherfuckers did. You know what my favorite? Favorite part of the last episode was what's her face's mom,
Margaret
being
apologizing.
Like, get the over it.
Oh yeah, Lacey's mom.
Oh my God, I was like, praise you.
Yeah,
she's like, literally, she's saved all of your lives. Get over yourself.
Like what she did wasn't great, but
because all of them like when they found out that she was holding Sir captive, they were all like, "Oh my God, you betrayed us! How could you tell us? How could you not do this? Are you stupid? This woman was taken
by
as a
him.
child by this person. What the?"
And she did an Uno reverse on his ass.
So better than all of them. I'm sorry. The only thing I would have been mad of is, why didn't you let me help you?
Yeah, why didn't you fucking tell me?
But I wouldn't stop. Like, no joke. Every single person on this like show stopped talking to her, and it's like,
except for Dawn.
What is
Dawn stopped for a second, but he forgave her very fast.
He's a loyal guy.
He is. I love Dawn.
But it's one of those things where it's like, what the fuck is wrong with all of you? Like, how do you not grasp that someone would want to do that to the person that held them captive?
Correct. She didn't kill him.
The only thing I would have been upset about is, why didn't I get in on this?
Yeah, I just want to know.
I would have helped you.
That would have been cool to know.
I would have helped you.
Yeah, you want to come up? But I think the scene where Maggie finally apologized and was like, I was projecting because I literally wanted to KMS, and
that story's so sad. I'm really happy.
So sad. I'm glad that they took. I'm not glad that they took that route, but I'm glad that Margaret finally realized, like, I was projecting onto you because I was so sad, and I realized that I felt like I failed Jamie, and
I was projecting anger because I was like, girl, get it together.
Oh, I was like, Margaret, get over yourself. It's not that deep.
It's not that deep. We gotta, it's not, at least it's, your problem is deep, but your problem with Gabby is not that deep.
No.
You need to cut it, like, you all need to get, you're being drama queens. Literally every single one of them has a very bad thing that's happened to them.
They've all been.
So the fact that none of them could kind of like relate to her in that moment, I was like, you're all fucking weirdos. Like, I don't understand, like, what are you talking about? Like, you wouldn't, like, one of the girls, what's her face, was held captive with her.
Yeah, Lacey.
Lacey was. And it's just
originally
like,
Bella.
And it's just like, what the, like, when she said, what was it, her name? Is that what she did when she was a little girl?
I think she said, you'll always be my, when they changed her name to Lacey?
Yeah, they changed her name to Lacey, and she ended up speaking, and they were all, like, so excited.
Yeah, she finally spoke for the first time.
So cute.
Because I was wondering, you know what was creepy?
Sir.
The reason that I loved the casting of Lacey's dad. He looked just like Sir. The hair and the beard.
Kind of.
He looked just like Sir.
Kind of.
So no wonder she was, like, creeped out by him.
Yeah.
But
I wonder where he is.
Her story's so fascinating, Lacey's. And yeah, Gabby's a badass. If my best friend was like, yo, I abducted my abductor and he's in the basement, I'd be like, bitch, that's right.
I'd be like, slap, dab.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's go beat the bitch with a pipe.
And then all of a sudden you'd hear Shania Twain's dun, 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 dun,
let's go, girls.
And then, boom.
And he's like, God, no.
So what I think is going to happen, because I feel like this is the only route they could take, is that I genuinely think it's going to turn. I don't know if you ever watched the show. Was it Red Note? I think is what it's called. Red, something like that. It used to be on NBC. And basically it was like a criminal mastermind. And they basically took him and said, you can be free, but you use him to find other criminals.
Correct.
I think it's going to be the same thing of like, you're going to help me. But there is something going on that they are going to need his help for, because there's those 7 little kids that didn't get found under
by Heavy Boots'
dad. Mm-hmm. And so obviously there's something going on in the back. Like, that's going to be like, there's like every episode, there's like the mini story, which is the person that they're finding. And then there's like the big story that continues to keep threading through everything. And I feel like that's going to be the thread through eventually.
So do you think that kid is actually Jamie?
No. I think,
and if it is, do you think that Sir planned for him to be there to see her?
I think one of two things. One, this is not Jamie, because the writers love to torture Margaret. I think the writers hate her character because they just torture her.
I do love her, but I just didn't like her when she was being a taunt to Gabby.
I'm like,
for as long as she was. She was right to be upset.
I'm like,
but they dragged it out.
One less episode.
Yeah, they dragged it out way too long. Then I was like, bitch, shut up.
Yeah. We get it. You lost your kid at a bus station.
Well, no, not that. Her being mad at Gabby for abducting.
No, that's what I cared about.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I either one, don't think it's her kid.
Okay.
Or I think that it is her kid. And then I think that Sir is involved in it. And then that's going to be like a way of like, come on, he found your kid. Like, he can help us with all these other cases. And Margaret's going to be like, I don't want to. Because Margaret hates everything. I'm sorry, she just triggers me.
Well, because again, he's telling Gabby, like, I know what happened to Jamie. So I'm like, okay. And then it ends with that. But next episode, I looked at the promo.
Oh, I didn't. What was it?
Oh my God. Hold on. I'm having a brain fart. Because I watched it and I was like, yo, stop it. Please don't. Whoa. We're gonna see day 1 of when Gabby finally abducted Sir and put him in the basement. I'm so fucking hyped.
Okay.
So
they do a lot of time jumps.
So remember how I said I wish they would have made that? I think that's where I was gonna
show me this.
No, I know. I'm not gonna show it to you.
Okay, good.
So I said how I wanted the whole basement concept to be longer.
Yes.
Now I'm hoping now they're gonna show us not just this one episode. They better fucking drag it out because I love the concept. I'm hoping they're gonna show us more flashbacks of that time that they were together. When he was in the basement.
They dragged out
her abduction
before she got abducted, when she got abducted, after she got abducted. I mean, this whole season has been Lacey and her in her bedroom. Lacey in her bedroom. Has Lacey left her bedroom in 2 years?
Now she finally did. They moved away.
Well, yeah, but she's like, that's the whole concept was like Lacey didn't leave her bedroom.
But I'm gonna be intrigued to see how like she actually found him.
Yes.
And then like how their dynamic finally like. What his thought process was when he finally got abducted and saw Gabby and was like,
he's probably proud of her.
Well, yeah. Number one, I bet he's proud. Number two, as you saw in season 1, she was like, oh, you don't want to leave.
No.
You want to stay with me.
That's what I'm saying. I think he just like shacks up with her and they just solve crimes together.
Yeah. So when he probably got abducted, he was like, damn girl, get it.
Yeah.
I taught you well.
When Lacey's mom caught him in her room when she was little.
That was badass.
And held that gun up to him. You couldn't have stopped me. I would have been like, pound, pound, bye. Don't care.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Then I was so proud of her when she dropped the gun and then she went boop and turned the alarms off. I was like,
I think her concept
she's a boss girl.
I think her thing is that if the kids hear the gun go off, they're going to see a dead body.
Yeah.
Bella's been traumatized enough.
Oh, girl, that poor
she
girl.
don't need to see a dead body.
Doesn't talk.
So I think that was her concept of like her thought process as she was holding it there. She was like, I really want to fucking kill this guy.
Yeah.
But I can't because I have 2 kids in the other room.
I'm sorry, if my child is saying that they see people outside, I'm not going to go, it's fine, sweetie, everything's okay. Bitch, someone's outside.
Yeah.
Like, for the first time, I'm going to be like, someone's outside. Like, like, the same thing as what's happening in Yellowjackets. Oh, spoiler alert, you know what it was actually? It was his own fucking mom sleepwalking in the middle of the night, having mental blackouts. Like, eating dirt out of the ground. And it's like, oh, the woman in the tree, she talks to me. It's his own fucking mom. But it's like, I'm sorry, if my child is talking about people in trees and giving them names and talking about, if my 2 sons did that, especially my oldest one, I'd be like, what the actual F is going on? I'd be terrified. I'd be like, no, we're watching on camera is what's going on.
The 2 kids, the kids.
Them immediately.
The 2 kids, the 2 autistic kids.
Megan, that was
so sad. That was so fucked up.
I was like, I don't think I can watch this show anymore. Like that episode, like all the episodes they're sad and stuff, but like
they've yet to go that
we've seen
hard.
So much trauma in our lives. We're kind of like, whatever. On television, I should say, not in our real lives. But
no, there's many shows that have done dark stuff like that.
Right. But then that one, I was like, that is so up. Like, I'm like,
I thought he was going to be dead too.
Don't show me that ever.
But he was alive. I thought the second boy
he breathing. Was it the pipe?
I don't know.
That was sticking out of the ground.
I don't know. And the fact that he could walk after, because he'd probably been stuck in that position for how long? Sorry, these are the things I think about.
I think. This is why I don't like watching stuff about kids, because I think of my children immediately. I'm like, that's my child right there.
Yeah, no.
And I want to just die.
Yeah.
I'm like, if that ever happened, you couldn't stop me from killing someone. You could not stop me.
Yeah, and it's just even worse that these were foster kids. They didn't have anybody.
And like,
so you're trusting this one adult with your life, and she fucked you over.
Is like the woman was like technically like a good person, but the system fucked her over.
Oh, the system has failed many of.
The kid got sick and died. Like there was no harm. Like it was a natural thing. But then they dinged her and took her out of the system essentially. So she had to prove to them and then come back like 2 years later. And so she was afraid it was going to happen again. And like these kids need a home. Like they're autistic children. Like they need a place. And then she thought this is all she could do because she didn't want to lose it, because she didn't want these kids to not have a home. And it's like, oh my fuck.
Yeah, you understand her thought process, but it's also depressing as fuck.
You can go die.
and you don't, again, come to find out, Lance had an uncle. He had a blood relative. You know what I mean? So it's like, it was just so sad.
That was a very complicated storyline, but I was like, I think they did a good job.
Yeah, they do pretty well with most of their storylines and how they kind of come to it. And again, it's interesting how they tie back to older people that they found. Like they tied back to the homeless couple to figure out that Sir's in an RV.
Yes.
Like,
yep.
That was cool. And again,
Yeah.
seeing the little hints of where she's realizing that he's in the building, that was cool.
Yeah, she's very smart. They understand each other a lot. And it's kind of one of those things where it's like, hey, might as well work together than work against each other.
Right.
Because again, I would never be worried about me. I would only be worried about everybody around me.
Do you think they're going to slow burn us with Heavy Boots and Gabby? Are they ever?
Are.
Yeah, but do you think they're ever going to get together? And are they going to?
Are they get together season fucking 7? And choke us out?
But are they going to keep it canon? Or are they going to fucking throw a curveball and be like, you know what, never mind. Like they already did in season 1. They were together.
One of them is going to have...
They were dating.
One of them is going to get a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I don't think this one that is currently happening is going to last very long. I think it's just...
No, she's going to fuck him over.
I think it's just a blip for the storyline or whatever.
He's going to get heartbroken again.
But I think one of them, I'm going... Just from all the television I've watched, and I've watched a lot of television, I just feel like she's going to get a boyfriend. It's not going to be him. And then she's going to be like... give it a season, and it's gonna be like, which one do I love? And then Heavy Boots is gonna be like, I love you, Gabby. Please don't go with him. Please stay with me. Please, blah 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 blah.
Or Heavy Boots is gonna be leaving.
What I do? Like one of those things. Like I have to make a choice, basically.
Yeah.
And then she has to make a choice, and then she picks Heavy Boots because duh, obviously, like what else are we here for? And then that's like they did it on Scandal. Like the same thing with Olivia Pope. She had to choose between two almost too attractive to be human beings on the show, and she had to pick between the two of them, and that's what they always do, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They'll just blend some shit in there, and Sir will probably like this one but won't like Heavy Boots, and that's
the thing. It's like how long can you go with Sir? I feel like you can't get rid of him. Him and Gabby are the plot.
I do wonder if they can come to an agreement of like you can stay like we'll do this, we'll let you do your thing, we'll let you hang out with us, have a good old-fashioned time, but you gotta leave my friends and my family alone. You have to leave us alone. Like, you can't do anything, you can't interfere with their lives, just leave them alone, like, let them be or whatever, because obviously Zeke's terrified of him. Margaret is going to be terrified of him, I think, eventually.
I don't think Zeke's terrified of him. He's just terrified of what he made him do. He made him leave the building.
I want to know more about Zeke.
Well, I'm hoping eventually they'll show everybody's backstory of how they got abducted and stuff too.
Yeah, because they've shown Margaret's thing about her son. They've obviously shown Lacey.
So now we need to see Dawn and Zeke.
We know about Dawn,
but we haven't seen
it. And then we don't really know anything about Zeke. We just know that he is
wasn't his dad's friend or something? Or his uncle was the one that abducted him?
I think so.
I thought it was somebody that was close to
him or something.
It was somebody that was close to his dad that took him.
Yeah, and then
I think. Don't quote me.
Is it called agoraphobia?
Where he's afraid to go outside.
And that's his storyline. And I'm like, boy, you're too hot to stay inside.
And mind you, he plays that very well.
Every single actor on this show is perfection for their part.
Yeah, they do a good job.
I don't have one actor on this show that I'm like, okay, we get.
So how do you feel about Dawn's husband?
I completely understand where he's coming from, and it would piss me off, but also you know what you're getting into, so you either have to accept it because it's
the job.
But also like she is what's kind of keeping him alive, like, and moving forward and giving him a purpose.
Yeah,
which he needs to have because he's been through some shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like if you love him a lot and you want to stay with him, just work with it and figure it out, or maybe be more involved in it. Like, why isn't he more involved? Why isn't he like a psychologist for the group? Like, for the practice?
How like Margaret got him going in with that book,
right?
And I was like, oh, like, are they gonna somehow tie his husband in so that he can actually be around Dawn?
Just get in on it. Why not?
But I wonder, would that make things possibly worse? Like, I wonder if there's sides of Dawn that he hasn't seen before. He'd be like, I don't know if I like that about you.
I was kind of hoping that the episode with the fraternity with the gay guys there.
That was so sad, but also so cute at the end.
And so cute at the end. I was kind of hoping that they were going to tie the roommate in and have him like join the gang, because I kind of liked him when the cop showed up to the room and they were like, "Oh, have you seen Gabby and Eminem?" And he was like, "No, actually, I was going to the library. Can you escort me there? I don't feel very safe." And then he was like, "Shh." And they were in his room.
I was like, who are you talking about?
Like, light bulb. I was like, I kind of like this character. Like, they should add him to the group. Like, because eventually, two things are going to happen. Number one, someone in the group's going to die eventually. It always happens. It's always going to, and the whole world will crumble. All the fans will be like, no, not so-and-so. It happens all the time. When the show's been on long enough, somebody in the group has to die. Someone in the OG group has to die.
No.
And then obviously they always have to add somebody in, whether that's before an OG person dies or after. They always have to add a new person in because you got to mix it up a little bit, you know? And I just hope they don't go the Grey's Anatomy route where they mix it up so much that nobody wants to watch that show anymore.
Who would they kill first?
I think Zeke.
No.
Yeah, I think Zeke.
That's just easy.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's like the like not Dawn. We can't do Dawn.
Well, Dawn would hurt the most.
That would hurt. Oh, well, Lacey would hurt the most. Which she almost did. For
Gabby, yes.
She almost did.
Well, yeah. Heavy Boots has almost died. Dawn's almost... They've all almost died.
He can die.
They've all almost died. Heavy Boots?
Heavy Boots can die. I'd be okay.
I like Heavy Boots.
I like him too, but I kind of be like, all right.
I'd be sad, but yeah, I would be devastated.
Sir and Gabby are never going to die. They're the main characters. Like, they're not going to die.
I mean, I think the only time that they would die is if it was the series finale.
I feel like it's going to be Zeke or Margaret.
Yeah, I was thinking more Margaret.
Dawn would
Something's going to happen with Margaret.
Dawn would be like the shocker. It could happen, but I feel like that, I don't know, that's like a series finale thing. Whereas I feel like Zeke and Margaret could be like 3 seasons in and someone's got to die. Mm-hmm. We got to scare the group here.
Yeah, but they've been already scaring us with thinking that so many, like they just...
Yeah, but someone has to actually die. No one's actually died. Lacey was abducted again.
Yo, look at how white I am. Ew, disgusting.
Yeah, but if you haven't watched Found, go watch it. It's such a good show.
It's so good.
It's actually pissed off that you got me to watch it.
Sorry.
Because now I'm up to date and now I can't binge watch it and I don't like that. I'm at the point where I kind of want to just start over again because that's how good it is.
Well, season 1 is phenomenal.
I'm like, I just want to keep watching it and I'm kind of fucking annoyed that I can't.
Well, yeah, you might remember certain things.
That's why I started watching Scandal again because I was like, I need that high. Yeah. And then I started watching it and I was like, this is America.
So, you said you wanted to shout out the Girl Scout cookies?
Oh, in the link below.
Yes.
Because every episode we want to call out a group, an organization. Even if it's the same one, we don't care. But we wanted to call out some people. And I was able to find this link website, Substack. There we go, Substack. And it basically what it is it is a list of trans Girl Scouts that are selling Girl Scout cookies. So if you are someone that loves Girl Scout cookies, is always wanting to buy them, buys them every single year, looking to buy from other people, I will put the link below and you can click which person you want to get it from.
Yeah.
And it'll send it to their troops website and you can buy Girl Scout cookies from trans Girl Scouts, which I think is so genius and so amazing and so wonderful.
Trans people need our love now.
And a great way to support trans children,
trans youth,
because they are the ones that really need our help because they have a lot more, they're growing up and so it's amazing and it's
already hard enough
and
being
I think
a kid.
I'm just gonna put that, unless like something changes, I'm just gonna put it in our description forever essentially.
Yeah, why not?
And we'll add other ones obviously, but,
as time goes on.
But at least for this episode, that's the one that we're gonna aim for. Mm-hmm. And yeah, like we said, every episode we're gonna try to shout out someone that you can help if you can. If it's whether that's time, whether that's like clothing, toys, or just honestly like reposting it out into the world and letting other people know helps too. Because maybe somebody else can do something.
Correct.
Every episode because it's like the literal bare minimum we can do.
Yeah.
There's no reason why we can't do that. So I do it in my videos on my regular channel and I love it. And I think it's a smart thing to do.
Yeah. Small businesses and stuff like that, like they really need our help right now because big corporations are fucking killing us.
Oh yeah. Eggs are going to go down. Blow me.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's going to be it.
So go buy some Girl Scout cookies.
I love you
Love you guys
so much.
Spread love. Love one another.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now.
Go the f*** away.
Bye-bye now. Bye.
Get out.
Bye-bye.
Go.
Bye.
Leave.
Bye-bye now.
Oh. Whoa. Blur that.
I was thinking
just a floating turd.
Oh, I was thinking that in the background when they're hearing me say that, I'll have like our end cap, like our end poster, but the audio underneath it so no one knows what I'm actually doing.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be funny.
I'm down for that.